Hey everybody, this is David Skrika. So what we're going to do today, stock chart of the day. I've already got my stock chart that I want to do for Tuesday planned as well, but we're just going to look at the longer term view of both the NASDAQ and S&P 500 and show you why. Like I still think we're in some kind of bull market here. Longer term. Now we're over to short term, we're very overbought. We're kind of getting into that September, October period, in a month or two, where, maybe you often do see corrections and the whatnot. So we're going to quickly take a look at this. This is going to be a quick one today. So this is the longer term S&P. So what I really wanted to show you is that we're actually going to go back to the last couple bear markets as well. We're going to go back all the way back to, actually, we're going to go back to the mid 90s so I can show you a few things here. So what we can see here is like the correction in 97, both in the spring, that fall, and then 98. Notice that you get these corrections and you go straight up to new highs. And then, of course, the bear market here. And then if you go look at the rallies here, all through 0102, usually there's a few months, same thing in 08, 09. And you can kind of see here during last year's bear market. But now we're like, we bottomed last, October. We're about 9 to 10 months into this rally, and bear market rallies just don't last that long. So when I look at this here, you can see the correction here in 15, 16 as well. If you look at a lot of these corrections, like in 2011 as well, is that really when you get another, sometimes after these correction lows, maybe you'll get the problem at the previous high. That's when you'll get kind of like some resistance happening here. You can see there was a little sell-off in late 2020, when we broke the highs, early 2020 after the COVID crash. So what I kind of can see here, and you can see here in 2016, there was a tiny little correction. Maybe we'll go back a little quicker just to show this. And you can see right here in 2019, there's some corrections too at the 2017, 2018 highs. So I think that's kind of what we're playing out here. And, we're only a couple hundred points from the highs in the S&P. Could we have a correction here? Sure. Right. Why not? But, if you go look at the history of some of these other, after the lows are in, you can see you kind of go to the previous high and then you'll get the small correction of resistance there. So that kind of looks like the more plausible situation to me at the moment what's going on. And we're going to go look at the NASDAQ and we'll see kind of the sorry, I always do that. See, it used to be Comp X on stock charts, and now it's Comp Q. That's why I always make that mistake. Anyhow, we can see the NASDAQ, which really fell hard last year from over 16,000 to 10,000, that's 6,000 points. It's almost 40%, has come back quite strong. And same kind of thing, we should, you can see here in 2019, when we got back to the 2018 highs, the NASDAQ would have these little corrections. You can see again in 2016, like, when here. So I would think that if we rally in the NASDAQ to 15, 16,000, that's when we'll see some resistance and higher. But again, we go look at the strength of this rally again occurring October to now. And again, I'll go back to the NASDAQ and we'll start back in the mid 90s. What we're going to see is, when you were in the two major bear markets of the early 2000s and, and whatever, and just like, even look at the way it trades, like go look at these previous lows, boom, boom. It doesn't really look like that more than like these little rallies here, I guess here, but see, that was much shorter, that rally in 2000. So, same with here. So it just looks like to me, like we are probably in a bull market. I think the 66 to 68 scenario, which I've talked about, which basically the market had about a 9 to 10 month bear market, just like this one. And then the market rallied into the basically 2 years into the election of 1968 and then topped out for another bear market. I think that looks like the most plausible scenario at the moment. So I just wanted to show you from these long-term charts, the way the market's trading. Yes, we're overbought. Sentiment is getting a little frothy. But also one thing I'm going to do for the lifetime members and paying members, I'm going to show you a video of all of these stocks, and some of them which we own, which have had, were killed during the 2021 to 2022 bear market. Like these are stocks that are down 90, 95%. A lot of them have basing charts that were breaking out. So to me, it looks like the rally is broadening. It's not just Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia now. It's these really beaten up companies that have done, like, for example, this isn't anything I own, but example of a company that's really, kind of started to participate in the rally is, the airlines. Like, you can see Delta got killed during 2020 during COVID, and then you can see Delta kind of, had an initial rally back and then kind of meandered in 2021, 2022. But you can see, boom, look at the strength recently on this rally, right? So anyhow, I'm going to leave it at that for now. So it just looks like to me this is the long-term view that we're still seeing something. But tomorrow I'm going to have an interest rate chart. I'm not going to give it away what it is, but I think you'll find it really interesting, and it's something that I think longer term could actually derail this whole rally or bull market. Um, you know, so everybody take care, and I hope you enjoyed this.